Hi everyone, today we celebrate the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, or simply put, the birthday of Mary, our Mother. All over the world today, thousands, millions of Catholics will be offering their thanksgiving, their love and affection for all that she has done for us, especially through her intercession, the graces, the favors, all the good things that we have received through her hand to us, from God of course, but through her hand, through her motherly affection. And the question we could ask today is, what could be the best way to celebrate Mary's birthday? What could be the best way to celebrate the birthday of a mother? And as children, normally our gifts or our celebrations for our mothers are very much centered on ourselves. No, we thank her for the things that our mother does for us. Sometimes we unknowingly give gifts like pots and pans or brooms and irons that reinforce the service that our mothers do for us, which is good as a thanksgiving, but it's still very much focused on ourselves. What could be a way to celebrate with Mary in such a way that it is really for her? You know, today the liturgy of the Church proposes to us the birth narrative of the Gospel of Matthew. It talks about Saint Joseph. And it would be interesting to ask Saint Joseph, how would you have celebrated the birthday of Mary as her husband, as the one who, if you read the Gospel of today, who suffered that frustration, the disappointment when he realized that Mary was pregnant before they got together, the disillusionment of the dream that he had when he proposed that marriage to her, when they were engaged, that dream that was shattered. And then here comes an angel that was assuring him with such beautiful words, Joseph, don't be afraid to take Mary home as your wife. That reality of the frustration was the very point where the angel said, she's still yours. The dream that you had for your life, for this marriage is still yours, and I want you to take that dream home with you and not to leave it behind. How many times we have had frustrations in our lives and disillusionments, and maybe even today in our present situations we might feel that the dreams that we had, the good things that we thought were ours, were frustrated, and we don't know how to look forward. How can we allow the angel to come to us as he did to Joseph, to assure us you can still take that dream home, but in another way, in a more humble way, in a way that recognizes the graces of God, that recognizes that it's the Holy Spirit that has given her the child and not any other human means. A way of being the custodian, the guardian of the child that is to come, and knowing that that child will be the source of redemption and salvation for so many. How many times in our frustrations, in our broken situations, we didn't realize that God in that place wanted to redeem that love, that relationship, that event that we thought was already broken and frustrated. Our God is a God of redemption, and the celebration of this day of the birthday of Mary is to celebrate the gift of life. In the midst of all the challenges, the brokenness and the frustrations, God will redeem. And Mary, in her life, experienced that redemption, the power of redemption, and Joseph was invited to share it with her. Today, as we celebrate the birthday of Mary, let us remember the words of St. Augustine when he said, if God was great when he created the world, how much greater was he when he redeemed it? If God was so good in creating all that we have, and so many times we give thanks to God for creation, for all the gifts that we receive, even materially, even spiritually, let us be more grateful for the promise of redemption, that in the midst of the frustrations and brokenness that may come with our lives, God promises to redeem. And this is the first reading as well of today in Romans 8:28. Where St. Paul tells us and reminds us that God works for the good of all who love him and turns everything to their good. And let us ponder those words. He turns everything, even evil situations, bad situations, frustrations, He will turn it for the good of those who love Him. On this earth, there's nobody who loved Jesus more than Mary. No other human being, no other person than Mary. And because of that love, she experienced redemption even before Jesus was born, in her own flesh, in her own birth. And as we celebrate the birthday of Mary, if you remember, in the church actually, we don't celebrate the birth of anyone else except Jesus and John the Baptist. And Mary, why is it that we celebrate only the death of all the saints? It's because in Mary we see that life is worth living, that this life is not a mistake, this life is not just a test, it's not an accident, but it's worth living, and it's worth the price of redemption if we live with love for Jesus like Mary did. So today, once again, what could be the gift that we could give to Mary as our mother as we celebrate her birthday? And I would say this, I think the best gift we can give to any mother is to spend time with them, to be with them, to talk to them, to share with them your life, to also let them open their hearts to us. Isn't that true? At the end of the day, what could we ever give back our mothers? And so today, let us celebrate with the birthday of Mary by being with her, by opening our hearts to her, and perhaps also allowing her to open her heart to us. The love, the concern, the affection, and also the thanksgiving that she has for God, and the concern she has for all her children.